Right now, it's like, yeah, and before it was like mostly tanks, right?
Mm.
And now it's like mostly carries, but you still don't have as much impact as you had playing tanks like pre-walls. So
Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I'm sitting here with sOAZ from Fnatic. Another day, another win against Schalke.
yeah,
Does it feel good?
um, this game wasn't like the easiest really. Like we just had to sit there and farm. We couldn't like pressure too much. So yeah, we were just waiting for them to make a mistake and then capitalize on that really. So it wasn't like the easiest game, but yeah, win is a win.
Win is a win. At the end of the day, it's those that matter. Now you're very much ahead of pretty much everyone else except for Vitality. You're making that run towards them. Are you excited to soon face them again?
Yeah, I mean, it's best of ones, you know. So, like, I mean, it's sort of weird. Like, you cannot use that as an excuse when you lose, but obviously, I think all the standings. I mean, the standings will be really different in best of threes, right? So, I mean, that's what I think. But I don't think they will be so far up if it was best of threes for sure. So yeah, I think next time we face them, I think we will be a lot more prepared than we were last time. There's like a few unfortunate things that happened. Caps got camped a little, so hopefully we'll be more prepared and we can show a better game against them.
Besides Vitality right now, who are you excited or maybe even a bit worried to face? G2 have been looking really strong recently.
G2 is playing better. Splice is playing better. So yeah, these two teams are playing better. Misfits, like, not really sure where they belongs yet. And Vitality is still playing fine. I think maybe that unlucky game today. So I assume like they're still gonna be up there as well. Yeah.
Let's talk a bit about the current meta, because you have the meme going on, of course, for a very long time of always having to play dock champions and not liking it. But right now, it seems like you either play carries in top lane and then dock champions in the jungle, or the other way around.
I don't. So there's like a really interesting interview of Uni talking about like top lane. I think it was from last week with Travis or whatever, and like I completely agree with him. It's like the lane is fine. I mean, the champion that you're playing is fine. It's just like it just compared to other roles. If you compare top to mid or AD or jungle, like they just have like 5 times more impact than top lane, and it's just because top lane is just so far away from everyone. Even if you're like you swap to bot at some point or whatever, like you're still playing for Baron or whatever, so you're sort of like excluded from everything, and you just have to try to include yourself in the plays, or your team have to include you. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. So I mean the champions that we play are fun, but it doesn't mean that the role is more impactful because the champions are assassins, you know. It's not because the champions are tanks. Like for example, World's meta before Ardent Sensor became like OP. Top was like Shogat and stuff like this, and the role was like 5 times more impactful than it is right now. Like pre-Worlds meta, like top lane was super good in terms of like it had a high impact in the game. You could do a lot, and right now it's like yeah. And before it was like mostly tanks, right? And now it's like mostly carries, but you still don't have as much impact as you had playing tanks like pre-Worlds. So yeah, it's fun to play, but to a certain extent, you know. It's not like super impactful still.
Unfortunately, no. There are of course those like mid lane spikes. Like at 20 minutes, you get your Camille going, you get your Gangplank going, and then you actually start to have an impact.
Yeah, I mean, even if you play, for example, Camille is still like you heavily rely on like eventually jungle or mid getting you ahead. Sometimes it depends of matchup. If enemy team have like TP on support or whatever, they can make a good swap on you. Like I mean, there's a lot of things that can impact your lane. But yeah, probably Camille is the most like impactful one, because if you get a kill, you can snowball it a lot more than other champions. If you get a kill on GP or Gnar or Vlad, it's really hard to snowball the kill. You can like snowball it by getting a bit of CS lead and map pressure, but it's not like if you get a kill on mid, like the difference is so big, like it's completely different. So yeah.
Unfortunately for you, I guess. Now, other top laners have been really impactful. Not saying that you haven't, of course, but we've just watched some Dissected by Medic, where he mentioned that Wonder is like the hottest contender for MVP for the top lane right now. Do you agree with that choice?
I think Wonder is playing, in my eyes, playing a lot better than last year. He's also more like versatile. Like he's playing more champion. Before he had like how to say that politely, he had some difficulties of playing certain champions.
Okay.
So yeah, he was playing like random stuff, like Akali or stuff like this in scrims, and now he's playing like most of the meta champions, and he's playing them really good. So I think maybe he could do that before, but he just didn't want to, or he just think that he had to play the carries, and stuff like that. Maybe just like the team was working, but I think it fits him much better, like this style right now that he's playing, and I think he's definitely a really good top laner this split at least.
Okay. Lots of praise from sOAZ. Now, you have been officially the longest serving Fnatic player now. Is that a great honor to have?
For the LoL team, I suppose there's like other like CS players, that have been there for a really long time. It's been like there's two different parts of like I've been there for like 2 years, I left Origin and all this kind of stuff, so it doesn't feel like right now is the same as before, because it's completely different team, and like for me, I just deal with the team, So if it's like a different team, for me, everything is different, right? So, it's just like a new experience. It doesn't feel like I've been playing for this team for 5 years. I've been playing for a team for 2 years, and then even though I rejoined the same team, I've been with another team for like a year and some time now.
And you did go to Worlds with them, of course. Now, one player that has really stood out, especially in the past weeks, was Caps. Even though Reckless has been slowly become the top tier ADC that we expected him to be, even though in the first 2 weeks he was struggling a bit. Is it surprising to see Caps all of a sudden have that much of a carry potential, of that much of the MVP player?
I think if you ask any player, it's not really surprising too much. You have a really high ceiling, and sometimes it just something wrong happen, and then you don't really know what to do. So you just need to learn through like experience more than anything, and it will just become like really, really strong. I think he's already really, really good. He just need more experience. Like he already had a year of experience, and he went to Worlds as well, so it's really beneficial for him, and I think it helps him a lot that he got this experience last year, and then I think this year is gonna do even better.
Well, we're very excited to see what magic he still holds in his locker. One last question. Last week, there was a bit of banter going on between Xerxes and Gilius ahead of the Vitality Fly series. And you joined in a bit by saying under Xerxes, or at Xerxes, go get him, champ or something. Yeah. It feels like from the outside, it feels like Vitality has become this villain team of, okay, Gilius being a very strong character in general, but in general, this team being the team that everyone wants to beat at this point. Is it like this internally as well?
I mean, for Gilius, it's like, the other players takes it as a meme, like he's really, sometimes he's really serious and sometimes he's like, that he's joking. Yeah. So it depends if you know the person or not. And I don't know, for the other players, it depends. Bot lane seems like they're really cocky, they are really serious about everything they say and all this stuff. So they have it just looks like all these wins just made them a big ego sort of, but LCS is new for them, so it's probably super exciting for them, so it's sort of normal. If you just join LCS and then you go on top of the standings and all this stuff, even though I assume if it was best of 3, they will not be first that. So it's understandable in a way, but also in a way it's myself and other players, I don't think we take them that serious when they act cocky,
Okay. It's just a bit of banter, essentially.
Yeah, especially Gilius, we know the guy for quite some time, so it's always really funny to hear him talk. And when Xerxes did this tweet, he was so funny. I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah, and of course, what happened afterwards was pretty funny as well. Perks today put out a tweet saying, what was it? This doesn't look like a team of winners, it looks like a team of McDonald's or something. He went all out. Luckily for him, he did actually win. The Gilius? Or no, I don't think he has replayed it. But Perks put out that tweet, and make sure to check that.
I suppose they're Yamato probably cut off Twitter for a while for them now, so.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Anyway, is there anything you would like to say to the plenty of Fnatic fans out there?
Not too much. Thank you for supporting me and the team overall, and that's pretty much it. Thank you for the interview as well.
Thank you very much. This was sOAZ and Darius from the Shotcaller. Hope you had a good day. See you then. Hey everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, and I hope you just enjoyed that interview. This is a generic end card, so make sure to click here for another interview or here for a different interview. And if you want to check out more content, specifically from the NALCS, make sure to visit theshotcaller.net for more interviews and other esports content. Have a good day.